Hello and welcome to another episode of Video Game Easter Eggs, the series where we take a look at some of the latest and not so latest Easter eggs in video games. Remember, this isn't a countdown or a top 10 video. This is a video about the Easter eggs that I found that I think are cool. Now, in the last episode of this series, I was stumped by an Easter egg in Bendy Secrets of the Machine. The Easter egg in question required you to eat 25 cans from the vending machine before throwing another can at a poster revealing said Easter egg. The thing is, no matter what I did, which included deleting and reinstalling the game, downloading older versions of the game, and even creating a new Steam account, I couldn't get the Easter egg to work. Now, the day that Secrets of the Machine was released, my son played it, and he showed me the Easter egg, as he had seen it on YouTube, so I knew it was legit. Well, it seems that this particular Easter egg is a one-time thing. You see, so desperate was I to record this Easter egg for myself, I used a laptop that Acer had sent me as part of a sponsorship and still hadn't collected. I did this so that I could play the game on a completely fresh machine with a new account. So I repeated the steps of eating 25 cans and breaking the poster. And then this happened. So I finally got it to work. It is very strange that the Easter egg seemed to be a one-time thing. Like I said, I tried everything I could think of to get it to work on my normal PC, but it worked first time on a new system. Anyway, this Easter egg strongly reminds me of this Easter egg from The Evil Within, so this might be the first time an Easter egg has referenced another Easter egg. Sticking with Bendy, let's take a look at a couple of Easter eggs from Bendy and the Dark Revival. Now, some of you may have already noticed this, but the Meatly, the creator of Bendy, is a member of my Patreon, which still amazes me to this day. The Meatly added himself to his own game in the form of hard-to-find characters hidden behind posters.
What the heck is this?
Now, these are pretty tough to find, but I think that one of them is a reference to a popular video game. Near the employee lockers, you can find this. So, if I asked you which game you think this is a reference to, what would you say? Well, personally, I think that this is a reference to Among Us. I mean, it could be a coincidence, so let me know what you think in the comments down below. The other Dark Revival Easter egg seems pretty random. At the train station, you can find this. So, for some reason, a giant bird can be found. If there is any in-game reason for this bird's appearance, I haven't found it. Now, sometimes when playing games, I just want to smash things into other things and see what happens. And that's basically what Trail Out is. Trail Out is a racing game with an emphasis on destruction. Think if Destruction Derby and Wreckfest had a baby. The main goal of Trail Out's career mode is to topple the blacklist, a group of racers each determined to put a stop to your rise through the ranks. Now, I'm pretty certain that each member of the blacklist is a reference to someone or something in some form or another, but there are a couple that I'm not sure on. Let's start with the obvious ones, like Big Cheese here, who is an obvious nod to Big Smoke from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Whilst not as obvious, Ivan Comrade is giving me strong Nico Bellic vibes from Grand Theft Auto 4, and Sonya Mass is almost certainly a nod to Sonya Blade from the Mortal Kombat games. The characters that I'm unsure of are Frank Woods, who despite sharing the same name as the popular Call of Duty character has no other similarities, Frau Uber, Joe Boomer, and Yuji Tan. I mean, there is every chance that these characters aren't meant to be references, but if you recognise anyone, let me know in the comments. Anyway, it's not just the characters that we're interested in Trail Out. Several of the tracks are hiding pretty cool Easter eggs. First up, on the Behind the Port track, you can find this. So, rather unexpectedly, a T-Rex will emerge from the ship before running away. This is a reference to Jurassic Park: The Lost World, where a similar scene played out. Now, this next Easter egg had me asking Twitter what it could be a reference to, so let's see if you can guess what we thought. On the Grand Canyon track, you can find this. So this unmarked grave with a cowboy hat left me stumped. But after asking Twitter, people were in agreement that it was probably a nod to the grave of John Marston from Red Dead Redemption. That was until the official Trailout Twitter account dropped by and said that it was actually in memory of Arthur Morgan, the main character of Red Dead Redemption 2. Right, it's now time for our overused video game Easter egg of the week. The segment where we take a look at one Easter egg that has been referenced to death in video games. Today's overused Easter egg can actually be found in Trailout. Once again, on the Grand Canyon track, you can find this RV parked in a hard-to-reach area. If there was any doubt as to what this particular RV was a reference to, the door of this RV has been shot at just like the RV seen in Breaking Bad. Be sure to join me next time for another overused video game Easter egg of the week. Now, considering how mundane cleaning can be in real life, it's funny to think of all of these successful games that make you clean. One of those games that aims to hoover up hours of your free time is Crime Scene Cleaner, which is exactly what it sounds like. You get a call telling you that a job has gotten a little messy and they need you to come and clean it up. Now, as things stand, Crime Scene Cleaner hasn't been released yet, but the prologue is on Steam and is free, so it's definitely worth checking out. Anyway, the first mess that you're tasked with cleaning up in the prologue is a big one. A man found his partner cheating, so killed a whole bunch of people. After making your way inside the mansion and down to the basement, you can find the cheating man in question tied to a chair, having obviously been tortured. After cleaning up the various items stuck in the man's body, you can pick him up, at which point your character says this.
A lot of stab wounds, some drill marks. Easy to see it was deeply personal. So that must be Mark. Hi, Mark.
Now, I don't know if I'm reaching here, but the way that your character says, "Hi Mark,"
Hi, Mark.
immediately reminded me of this scene from the greatest movie ever made, The Room.
It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
What do you think? Am I reading too much into this, or is it a reference to The Room? Let me know in the comments. So, if you've ever worked a retail job, you'll know just how stressful it can be. Oftentimes, you're treated like crap by both your boss and the customers of the store. And that's what Night of the Consumers tries to replicate. Now, right off the bat, your creepy manager is waving all kinds of red flags. And with some exploration, we can find further proof that he shouldn't be trusted. If you head into the room that I do, you can find a co-worker who has definitely seen better days. So behind the cracked wall are the remains of someone that used to work in the supermarket. Scribbled all over the wall is the ominous message, "Don't trust manager," which is very creepy. The other Easter egg that I found in Night of the Consumers will be familiar to anyone who has heard the phrase, "no running in the halls" one too many times. After placing your backpack in your locker, you can spot a tiny Baldy figure from Baldy's Basics. Now, this next Easter egg is one that I'm still not sure about, despite recording it a couple of months ago. At this location on the map in Cyberpunk 2077, you can find this. So the scene of a man buried up to his neck in dirt, all the while being filmed, immediately reminded me of the vast torture show skit that was released to promote Far Cry 3. I can't be the only one who sees it, so let me know what you think down below. So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, then a like is really appreciated. I've added a credit section to my videos now so that I can thank the people that suggest the Easter eggs and details that I feature. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure you suggest something down below that I haven't covered before. As always, a big thank you for watching my videos and being a part of this community, and as always, I'll speak to you all soon.